Hi, my name is Dan Bilo, and the research topic that I chose is the differential effects political communication has on public opinion. This paper will cover the credibility and attachment to news sources, a study that tests the public's opinion of trustworthy news, and a literature review of other research that supports the argument in this paper. During elections, individuals' voting choice should be considered private speech. This exemplifies a citizen's opinion on the issues and expectations of a candidate's plans. The public has the potential to influence the policy and climate of elections. However, public opinion is manipulated because the concern about what they perceive as credible news. And there is a significant relationship between media perceived as credible news source of information and the formation of public opinion. A problem today with public communication is identifying if perceived credibility of news has an impact on public opinion. This can have a positive but also a negative impact on public opinion and can affect elections. The problem exists because of a lessening of credibility within the mainstream media. The problem is important to the field because it focuses on the credibility of reporting and the ability to connect with readers and viewers on important issues happening around the world and in the country. In the study I conducted, television and social media have been selected as the two mediums that have an impact on perceived credibility that the public has towards the mass media. Television and social media were selected because they are two major sources of where the public acquires news and aids in the formation of their opinion. So this study proposes to determine the effects of the media, such as the perceived credibility of the news source and the tone and word usage that could potentially benefit a political party through media messages. The problem in the study that needed to be identified is whether or not how many hours you view of television affect public opinion, or if the public just watches these news channels to be informed. This is important to the research because it could lead in discovering if time viewed has any correlation to perceived media credibility. So, the question I asked during the study is if volume of hours watched has any effect on the perceived credibility of the media. According to Raman, there is no significant relationship found between the time spent in front of a television and the perception about whether if it is credible information or not. With this information provided to begin my research, it helped me narrow down the problem that I wanted to focus on in my study. This study would start with a roundtable discussion with participants revealing the channel of news they generally view from and the specific news organization they most frequently visit. Now, variables such as education level and age are considered in this study, and the control is the population. So the age is actually controlled in this because it would only be students and staff at GSU. So that would be one of the limitations of my study, because the findings are too small of a sample size and do not reflect the entire population from all ages and all educational backgrounds. The study would present subjects with a series of questions regarding the trust of politicians and the press. The subjects would then be asked to respond on a Likert-type scale, answering whether they thought the subject of the news was trustworthy or not. The study concluded that while time spent watching did not have a direct influence on public opinion, the perceived credibility of the news sources did. And that direct influence on the public opinion led to this conclusion, which is that many participants in the study had the same opinion as the news sources that they found to be most trustworthy at the beginning of the survey. So that really led to the study kind of concluding with the small sample size of subjects that we had, that it really did have an impact, that they believed that this was the most trustworthy, and it was really hard to change their opinion about it. So I'm Dan Bilo, and this is the differential effects that political communication has on public opinion. Thanks for watching my video.